edition of Movers and Shakers of Paarl. Today we have DJ Lucinda sitting with me today. Lucinda also from Paarl, born and bred, went to school here, but I'm sure she'll be able to tell you what's going on in her life now and what happened a bit in the past. So Lucinda, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Miles.
Thanks, man. Just quickly, brief introduction, primary school, high school, and then the degree.
Yes, okay, so like you said, I was born and bred in Paarl. 1985, I'm 32 years old now.
Okay.
Went to New Orleans primary.
Okay.
I went to New Orleans secondary.
Okay.
And I'm from New Orleans.
Oh, perfect. Walk to school every day.
Yes, I walked to school.
Okay.
I actually had the choice of going to a Model C school.
Yeah.
My father proposed that to me when I was 12 years old, standard 4. I had to make the decision. I had to start thinking about it.
Okay.
And my brother Lucian, eldest brother, he went to Paarl Gymnasium.
Yeah.
So I said to my father at that young age, no, ek wil gaan daar waar my mense is. You know? And afterwards I thought that was such a wise thing for a kid to say, and I'm glad I made that decision to go to New Orleans because secondary especially, I felt comfortable at school and I could express myself, my creative side, because I did drama and I was part of the choir, and so there was a nice creative expression also at the school while focusing on academics as well. And then I went to Stellenbosch University after that to do a bachelor's in engineering, civil specifically. I graduated in 2011.
Okay.
It took some time. Just to say that hulle sê altyd is 'n loopbaan as jy veteran, you know. So I just told myself in our orientation, let me start there. In our orientation, the dean says, okay, so take a look to your left and take a look to your right, because that person won't graduate with you in 4 years. Make sure it's not you. And I looked at my friends and I said, I don't care 4 years or if you're there or not. I ain't leaving this place without this degree. So it took me longer because things happened, life happened, but I made sure that I leave that place with a degree.
Oh, perfect. And then after the degree, you went on to do the sound candy. Just tell me a bit about that. Okay, first of all, where did this music bug start?
The love for the music, I think, was always there.
Okay.
I've been singing in the choir since I was standard 3 in New Orleans primary, and music has just always been a part of our family, you know. But specifically house music, I was introduced to by my roommate Zonke when I was at Stellenbosch. And I remember it was Soul Candy too. It was a very nice album. And when I heard that music for the first time, it's like a whole new world open up, and I just started researching DJs, producers, labels, music, and I couldn't go to these events, you know, because I couldn't afford it. I'm a student, I'm not mobile, and so I basically just waited my time. And I started working directly after my degree. I got my degree. I started working as a civil engineer. So I actually had money to fund my passion. And then there was Soul Candy in Cape Town, in Greenpoint, and I went there to go do a DJ 101 course. It's basically an 8-week course. But that was a very good start to my career, learning basics and starting to establish a network.
Okay, and the Soul Candy, is that the one that you're talking about in Greenpoint? What is the Soul Candy? Okay, so it's like an 8-week course that you do. Okay, perfect. Why the deep house? I wanted to know, because you get deep house, you get the EDM. Why the deep house? Let me call it genre. You call it a genre.
For me, the compilations that came out during that time, 2006 to, I would say, 2010, it was a nice blend of local South African music as well as international music.
All right, okay.
And you could clearly hear the influence of the international artists on the local producers.
Okay.
And they were young guys coming from the townships, and you know, it's like this Kwaito sound coming from TKZ and like Arthur when we were young. You know? That sound basically evolved as they were exposed to the international sound.
All right. Cool. So it was like a gel of international and Kwaito.
And that made this Afro sound and the South African sound, and when it came to the vocals, it was always something positive. It always had a positive message. And the music makes you feel good. It elevates you. It puts you in a better space. So that's why I love the deep house.
So after you did this 8-week course with Soul Candy, how did you get yourself exposed to DJing? How was that?
Okay, so it's very nerve-wracking even just to do it on your own as you get to learn. Even by yourself, you're nervous in front of those decks. So imagine doing that in front of people. So obviously I thought to myself, get the knowledge, acquire the skill, take your time, and try to master, try to perfect it. They say you're a master if you've put in 1,000 hours.
Wow.
So I'm not close to the 1,000 hours. However, you have to start somewhere. Then I think it's the people around me that believed in me, who kept on asking, so when are you gonna bring out the mix? When are you gonna start playing? When are you gonna when can I come to your gig? You know. And then one of my colleagues, who's also a friend, Wesley, he heard over the radio there was this DJ competition at Stones. But it's a national competition. It's called Sisters of Spin, and it was sponsored by Brutal Fruit. And you win this major prize of like 100,000 rand. You win equipment. You win like a weekend holiday at the Taj. It's a major and a cash prize. So he challenged me to enter this competition. Stan your man, you want to be a DJ, so do it.
Now's your chance.
So I thought the challenge accepted. I have to do this. So it was quite nerve-wracking, but I had loads of support. And in the second round of the competition, I was actually out of the competition. I fell out, and then later they call me back and say, no, there was something, and there's a draw. And then they added 2 more people, myself and another person, to the competition.
Stroke of luck.
And it's like, and then I was the runner-up, and I won 10,000 rand cash.
No ways. And this is your first time in front of people?
My first time in front of people. I couldn't even beat match at the time. Seriously, I couldn't beat match. It's just because it's more commercial, the venue. So you just have to know which are like the best hits, and also interact via some vocal work over the mic with the crowd. And it was a really good experience. It was something that challenged me and pushed me out there and said, you know what, it was actually a good thing that I didn't win, because maybe I would have become relaxed in my craft. And but I had got some cash, and with that I could buy myself equipment.
Oh, that's insane.
And the person who won, she's my friend up until today. But she gave up on DJing. And you know, I'm still going.
So but how many years was that after your course at Soul Candy? And
it was less than a year.
Wow. So you practiced the hours that you put in that year.
I think it's because I wanted to do it for such a long time. But I had to wait till I had the financial resources to fund it, number one. And I just had to wait the time. So I think most of the time I always had the heart, the mind, and the feel of a DJ, but I was on the crowd side of the decks. So I was still learning without anyone knowing. You know, I'm like undercover DJ Lucinda. picking up pointers, meeting, networking, meeting people, networking, and like building relationships. Because for me, that's what it's
and then explain to me, how does it, so you win this competition, then do companies phone you for gigs, or do you first have to go out and market yourself? I mean, what was the first call that you said, Lucinda, we want you to come play a set, or you call it a set. What was that first call, and when was it?
You know, the most amazing thing of this brand, djlusanda, is that one thing always leads to another. Sometimes I do little things, and then later it turns into something and turns into something, you know? So, where I did this Soul Candy course in Greenpoint, it was upstairs, and downstairs they had this little restaurant. But there was they just started to build this restaurant while I was doing my course. So I met the people there, I met the chef, the owners and stuff, and obviously because I'm doing this course, they say I was the first customer.
What?
Because no one knew about the restaurant. But I'm around. And the chef and myself became friends, and he just believed in me. From day one, he believed in me. And he moved to China to start to be a chef there. And he booked me for his going away party. So I would say that he actually gave me my first chance. And then from that, having a guest there, that guest said, no, but this is a good DJ. They loved my music from that day. They call me a year later, and he recommends me to a friend. So I play in an amount of 4 weeks. I played the friend's party. The guy who now was the guest at the chef's party, he also had a going away party the week after. And then the owners of the venue of this first party, they were obviously at both parties because they're all friends. Then they had like a Quentin Tarantino party at their restaurant for their friends, and they then also booked me. And from that, I collected like post-marketing material, basically some nice photos, some nice videos, and I started this brand, and I just started marketing myself on social media using Facebook and
so it's like you having all these gigs, but then what's like, you're probably thinking, I'm onto something here. This is something that can actually grow, and
definitely.
And so how do you further? So the further you promote is like the marketing you do on social media and the videos that you do. But how do you get to that with a big club, nightclub gets to? Do they also just phone you and say, we want you to come play there, or how does I want to know that process? How does it
for me, I think at the moment the most important thing is building relationships. It's the network. People see what you do without you knowing about it, you know, because you're basically exposing yourself and you're marketing yourself. So they kind of follow you. Then when they think, okay, we need a female DJ. That's another.
You touched on it, but I wanted to ask you also, female DJ in the DJ world, challenging, of course.
Yes. First of all, I always say I don't like the fact that they say we are female DJs, because we don't speak of male DJs. So I don't like the gender connotation to it. You're a DJ, because when you come to the equipment, it's the same equipment.
Same music.
The equipment doesn't suddenly change to pink and say press here and now press there and change here and for 3 minutes do this because you will go. It's the same. And you can work equipment and touch a few buttons, but your application of the music, reading the crowd, that's a whole nother story. So I think as a society or whatever, we need to get past the term of calling a lady DJ a female DJ. Just call her a DJ.
100%.
So it is, you have to work a bit harder. Sometimes you can work less if you show less.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Is what I've seen some ladies do.
Okay.
But for me, respect is vital because I always think in the long run of what I would like to do with this brand.
Yeah.
And I need people to respect me. I need to also be able to be a third person and look at myself and say, I would follow that person.
Yeah.
I like what they do.
Yeah.
It's cool. Not just like everything in your face.
Yeah. So you are a civil engineer by day and a DJ by night. Where do you? Because I'm sure when you do your mixes, you must have time to listen to music. When do you get that? When do you get the time?
Fortunately, some of my work that I do as an engineer, I'm in the office most of the time.
Okay.
I do go out to site to do some construction supervision. But most of the time I listen to my music in the car.
Okay. Yeah.
When I'm driving or traveling to and from work. And also some of my work I can actually do better if I actually listen to music. Okay. I don't get distracted. It's like I can do both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other times I actually don't want to engage with the music at all. Don't want to hear music.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of trying to keep balance, but it's not always possible. You just take it day by day and you do what's important now.
Yeah. It's like I saw that I was looking at your other posts as well. It's like you're in 6 different venues on one evening. I mean, how does that? How do you do that? Because you of course have to drive to the next venue. It's not like you're teleporting, but I mean that time. And do you play the same set at each venue that you prepare? Or do you have to prepare 6 different sets for all 6 venues?
Okay, that's a bunch of questions. So let me start at the beginning.
Yeah.
How do I get around?
Yeah.
Okay, luckily I have a car.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I've got support.
Okay.
I've got people.
Right.
I've got people like Tyrell, my cousin, my friends. They're always around.
Okay.
They help me.
Okay.
Tyrell drives me to and from my gigs.
Okay.
We sort it out. JC would sometimes take the videos.
Okay.
And we make sure that we have material afterwards. Sometimes we arrive at the gig, and because I play deep house, which I don't only play deep house, I mean I can adjust to. I play house, so it has different sub-genres within that main genre that's applicable to a certain time in the evening.
Right, okay.
You see.
It's like the beats per minute type of thing.
Yeah, so it's like when you start slow, there's an early peak in the night, and then some people go home and others arrive, and then it builds again to a later peak, and then it just continues till the end.
Okay.
So I feel that DJs have to think of where am I in this evening, and play accordingly. We are the people. Sometimes it can be 12 o'clock, but they just arrived. They're all still sober, so you're actually back at 9 o'clock.
Oh, I see.
In terms of music, can't just be pumping because they're not there yet. Because usually you're so used to a 12 o'clock gig, you're there already. It's not always the case. You have to check it.
Okay.
So I make sure I have enough music for anything that can happen. Sometimes you can arrive on a Sunday, for example, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Then the party looks like a 12 o'clock on a Saturday. The people are there already.
Okay.
So you might. I don't always prepare, but I have an idea. I prepare my music in folders, but I don't prepare a set like this is what I'm gonna play song after song. Because I've done it before, and it actually puts me under more pressure. Because it puts me under more pressure because you in this conflict within yourself of trying to stick to what you planned, whereas it's not gonna work with what you see in front of you. So I've learned that doesn't work. Rather prepare your music so that you know where all your music is, so that you can switch from soul to more Afro or tribal or deep or loungy. You have to feel.
What's the worst experience, or what's the worst thing for a DJ in a club?
I think all DJs are nervous. Believe it or not.
I can imagine.
All DJs are nervous because we want things to be perfect. we understand our responsibility, and you get paid to deliver a service. So I think the worst thing that can happen to you is that you embarrass yourself because you weren't prepared. Because like for example, sometimes you can arrive at the venue with one flash. Now, assuming that these two decks link. So you can plug it in here and you can just call the folder there. But you should never do that. You must always have a backup. You must have a second pair of headphones. You must have 3 or 4 or 5 flash drives. Because you could get to the deck and it says error. It doesn't read. And now? Some DJs get paid 30,000, like 30K for an hour because of the crowds the follow they have, you know.
Because I wanted to ask you, so can you give up your 9 to 5 DJing in South Africa?
Not for me personally, not yet. And as I'm moving in between the circles and I meet people that, in my regard, as a higher profile, they've been doing this thing for longer, I can see that just doing that in South Africa is not always viable because music doesn't pay. Music actually doesn't pay. I think entertainment pays and marketing pays. So the game has changed to something else. You can't sell CDs anymore. When we were younger, we used to save up our money and go buy ourselves an album. We wait for that album to come to Musica. You go pre-order. People don't do that anymore. Music is just digitally available. So when, at the end of the day, the artist, the composer, doesn't actually make money from that one sale. So, and I'm just a DJ. I'm just the messenger. I don't even produce my own music. So, what do I get paid for? I get paid for entertainment. And I feel, in a way, entertainment, you know, performance is actually lacking when it comes to the entertainment industry and the DJing specifically. It's no more good enough to just play one song after another. You know, there's another trend going on where producers who sell a lot of records, they actually get booked as DJs. Now, not all producers are good DJs. You see? And so all these internationals are being brought in where you have the locals playing the same music or maybe even better because they know the crowds better, but they don't get a chance because they can't pull the numbers. You know, they don't pull the feet without making a record. And then that starts another trend. Like in Cape Town, you've got now all these DJs just bringing out tracks and actually spending money on having a track, marketing the track, but it's not making money. But they think that it's, and I think it works for them, that they get bookings because of that, because they get the feet.
They pull how is house or the deep house music Cape Town and Joburg, because I see you play a lot in Joburg. Is the demand for deep house bigger in Joburg than in Cape Town?
Actually, at my first proper gig in Joburg, in Hyde Park at the Southern Sun Hotel, it was really a privilege playing there. I've been following that event, and it's nice chilled vibes, you know. And it's always good for someone like deep house. It's something specific. It's for, not everybody understands it, you know. And it's not for every crowd. So it's always nice to play at the venue, no matter where you are, where people appreciate your music, your selection. You can even sometimes make a mistake, but because of your selection, like, people just, they can admire you. So the main difference between Cape Town and Johannesburg is, say, in Cape Town, I would say 1,500 rand is equal to 4,000 rand there. That's first of all the difference.
Wow. Okay.
Then the other difference is there's the people there. They are more integrated. They are more diverse. People have a little, because they are in better financial positions. They have a higher social stature. You know, they're not as insecure as I think like people in Cape Town are. Less of classism as it exists within Cape Town. So there are much more options. People are more free, they're more arty, they're more urban. So when you've got little groupies coming together for a deep house event, it's like serious fanatics. So everybody there is gonna like gel and have a good time. Whereas in Cape Town, you get people maybe following a specific venue. I want to be seen at wherever in Camps Bay.
So it's a clique, like it's very cliquey.
Yeah. Okay. And it's not always true. It's not always about the music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
So that's the main difference.
So what is for you as a DJ? What is your biggest challenge currently as a DJ? What's the one thing that's very challenging?
At the moment, I'm focusing on getting the numbers up, so that I can pull better physical follow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But still stay true to myself. Which is the challenge.
I wanted to ask you, when is it that true to yourself? Because of course there's certain decisions you have to make. So when is it where you think, I'm not going to do this gig because of certain reasons, and staying true to yourself?
That actually happened to me at a venue in Kailicha. I was ready to go. It was such an honor to be booked. I was the first female that they booked for this event, and it's a great lineup to share with, and you know, I needed those connections, and we were actually focused on Kailicha, on making an impact in Kailicha, because we focused on certain townships around, like we did Paarl, we did Guguletu, and then our next focus was Kailicha. And that was a very good start for Kailicha. But what happened was, the night before, there was an incident at the venue where some of the staff members like they slapped this girl, and it's a little bit of a demakar story. But some fans inboxed me, or actually they didn't inbox me, they just tagged me directly, mentioned you in a comment, and said they can't believe that I'm gonna go there and go play this and support this. And it was that time when human abuse was such a hot topic. And that's where I decided, but I can't support this. No matter if that's the true story or not the true story. I can also be putting myself in danger there, you know. But besides that, I'm never afraid to go where I go, because I walk in faith and I walk in protection. But it is still risky, and for me, I need to stand for what I stand for. If I don't agree with something, if that is not aligned with the brand and the vision, then no, I pull out.
Okay. What's by the way, the name? Why is it
Lucinda?
Lucinda and Lucinda.
My name is Lucinda, as you know, Lucinda, and everything started on the construction site as a civil engineer. So my first year I was on site, building sites. I was like yellow. I looked like a car guard, a dirty cemented car guard. I had concrete dust in my nose, and you know, so like this is a boy. Klaar. So you work with everybody, you know, across all races and cultures and classes, and you across the board. And everybody, especially Xhosa speaking people, when I introduce myself as Lucinda, want daai is wat my ma my noem, Lucinda. Dan hoor hulle nie dat nie. They just hear, oh, Lucinda. Hey, why you at Xhosa name?
Okay.
Then I said, no, it's Lucinda.
Yeah.
Then say, oh, Lusanda.
Yeah.
You know why? I figured this out. In the Xhosa language now, the vowels.
Yeah.
How they pronounce the vowels is A, E, I, O, U.
Okay.
So there's no
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Lucinda.
Yeah.
So the closest things to the is A. That's why I'm Lucinda. So I've Xhosa name.
Okay,
So the people gave me the name.
Okay, that's a brilliant name.
It happens up until today. You can up until today when I introduce myself, I say Lucinda.
Yeah.
They Lusanda.
If you could go back and start your DJ career again, what would you be different? What would you do differently? What's the one thing you do differently?
First of all, I think I would trust myself more.
Okay.
I would relax more.
Okay.
And because I was very anxious. Yeah. Like I think I actually healed my anxiety that I used to have as a child growing up. I used to like suffer anxiety.
Wow.
And like it's serious, panic attacks. But that I worked through it with the DJing because you out there.
Yeah, it takes your mind off things.
Yeah, no, it just you're out there, you exposed. This is the moment where you face the fear and you do it anyway.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Except for DJing, what's your passion?
Except for DJing.
Yeah, what is the thing
the main thing that drives me is people.
Okay.
People of this country. I feel that everyone has hidden talent, and that talent should be rediscovered. But you can only rediscover it if you allow yourself to go there. You know, I feel our people are struggling to survive, just to have bread, food, water, milk. You know, they're struggling to survive. So they don't think of passion. They don't think of talent. They think of money
and survival.
You know, because you have to survive with money here. And I just want to change people's mindsets and like tell them, you know what, with nothing you can become something if you work hard. And sometimes it's not a straight road. Sometimes you have to take the detour to make the other thing happen, and then because it's a journey. You know, you build, you walk that journey. That's how I see it.
Who is the person that must give you a call to open a DJ set with that will blow your mind? That's your dream DJ to DJ. Who's that dream DJ next to what do you call it? The person next to you.
I would almost say the obvious answer.
Which is?
No, everybody would not say, like the obvious. Obvious, you're gonna say Black Coffee.
Okay.
You know, there's this whole hype about him. And all of that. I've met him. Good guy. Really humble guy. His name means God is with us. And he has that aura without being egotistical. I haven't seen him in a while.
But probably why he's so successful? Because he's humble and he's down to earth.
He's truly down to earth. And I always think that he works hard and strives for his own excellence, but he doesn't go alone to the top. You know, when he can identify talent, he will take people with him. I would actually say Black Coffee, but then there are also some international artists. Locally, I would say Black Coffee. And then my dear friend Rocco is from France. He's always been one of my favorite international DJs. And also I'd like to work with Sandy Rivera, Kings of Tomorrow, because he's a cool guy.
Okay, cool. And which venue is or which party? Like, you know, like DJs will say, I want to go to Tomorrowland, because then
I know.
What's yours?
What's my dream venue to play at?
Yeah, what's the dream place to play?
People won't even know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It has to be Watergate in Berlin, Germany.
Okay.
Wow. You must Google it. It was like, check it on Facebook. It's awesome.
Watergate.
We
Google it.
It's in Berlin. It's next to the river. It's absolutely beautiful. That's where you play tribal, Afro, and techno and deep house, my kind of stuff. So that's really something that I would love to do.
What's your 5-year plan? Except like you said, you want to build up your followers. What's DJ Lusanda? How do they say it? Lusanda. DJ Lusanda. Okay.
Lusanda.
Lusanda.
It means it is growing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's growing.
What's the 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And are the ambitions of being a civil engineer like, it's like, that's my 9 to 5, it pays the bills, and the passion is just, I want to build this brand.
You know, for a long time.
It must be difficult.
For a long time it was that difficult. I think it's very new to me that I have a new, I would say, attitude towards my engineering career. I specialize in traffic engineering, so I basically do robots.
Count the cars.
No, we can't cars here, that's my data. But I design intersections, so I decide, are we putting a circle there? Are we putting traffic lights there? Are we putting a 4-way stop there? Are we putting, you know, what are we doing? And then when we do, say, traffic signals, there's all these investigations you have to do. So when you decide on that, then I decide how much green time you're gonna have, or you're gonna get a green arrow, or you're gonna go. And I know. Please don't start complaining now. I'm trying to sort it out.
Come on, CBD, please. We need some lights there.
Yeah, but actually, I think everything takes time. So it took time for me to start realizing what's the value that I contribute also as an engineer, and that I actually enjoy my job now because I feel more confident in it. It helps a lot. It funds DJ Lusanda primarily. I'm not at the point where I feel I'm making, I'm almost in this transition, you know, I'm not making the money I'm supposed to be making. But then I'm not sure, am I supposed to be making that kind of money? You know, so it's, I'm in this transition. But I keep things fair when it comes to that side of business. I keep it fair. I can't really expect of you to pay me 5,000 rand if no one even showed up. You know, that doesn't make sense. So for me, I focus on the brand, building that, and I have some projects in mind that I would love to work on. But it's not about doing my own events. It's not about doing anything that everyone has done before. I rather take my time and do things slower, but work towards something solid. You know. So I can't like disclose too much about that.
Of course.
But
there are plans.
There are definitely plans, and people are approaching me to make, you know, tracks and stuff. But for me, I never follow the bandwagon. I believe in authenticity. That something has to be originally from me, you know? And so I think some of the things that I'm definitely going to focus on in the next year or two is I'm going to learn how to drum. And I'm gonna work with my ex-choir teacher again. Do some vocal training because I'm in Paarl now, so I'm gonna be based here, and the people that I need, they're all around me. And so the drumming and the vocal training and the dancing, that is stuff that I definitely want to incorporate as elements into my DJing. And to add to performance, you know.
And I think if you have your own brand, you have to invest in yourself to be different to the next person next to you.
Exactly. If I don't do anything, there's no brand.
You can stay
there's no business. You know. So for me, it's been a pleasant journey. It hasn't been easy, it's been very challenging, but it's been pleasant in like the people that I meet, the people who support me, the places I see, the conversations that I have, the music that I hear. It's always worth it.
If you had 20 future young DJs in front of you, and they want advice how to be as successful as DJ Lucinda, what would you tell them?
You actually get a lot of those random inboxes, people asking you.
I mean, wow, then they actually see you as a leader. No, I mean, it's like an inspiration then if people actually ask these questions.
That's nice to hear.
No, I mean, why would we asking you? It's not for a free ticket to a gig.
No, they always ask like stuff, how do I get started? Where do I go? How do you do it? Is it easy? Can you help me? You know? I would say, let me just ask you this: are you more focused on like the technical side of things?
No, person. Like you're saying, you have to practice. Like you have to.
Okay, so first of all, you need to have a love for it.
Okay.
I think a lot of people see DJs as oh, you must popular. You know, I don't do it for that. I've got enough friends that love me and family that loves me. I don't do it for attention and popularity. I do it to share something. My love for music, and it does something to the people. It elevates them. People tell me they get fuzzy feelings. They get like goosebumps. You know. So for me, that's always something good to hear. First of all, you need to have the passion and the love for it, because you sacrifice a lot. You sacrifice family time. You sacrifice sleep. You have to work hard, and it doesn't pay. So, it won't pay for a long time in the beginning, you know. But sometimes you can just boom, and then suddenly you just get paid like crazy. So you shouldn't chase the money. It should always be about them, because everybody, the guys who started 20 years ago, they all played for free. They were carrying like crates and crates of vinyls around and like equipment and like, you know, had to organize lifts and cars and have loads of guys carrying all this stuff to the clubs and then carry it back. It was crazy. Now we just come and like rock up with your headphones and your USB, and you think you are cool, you were DJ, and I said your laptop and a sync everything. And then what are you? A mouse clicking DJ that's gonna play the top 20.
And just merge them together and it will sound like a...
So for me that doesn't make you a DJ. You know, I believe like you must have something authentic to offer. You must have the passion. You must work hard. You must be willing to sacrifice. And if you don't have the passion and the love for it, then all the other things, all the other elements, you're not gonna have longevity. You're not gonna go on, because you're chasing other things,
the wrong things,
and you're not gonna get it. Because people are going to see through you. You might get away with it for a while. And then later people see through you.
Well, but Lucinda, thanks for chatting to me.
Thank you.
It was really fun. It was very animatic.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for your time. All the best with your future few projects that you have in plan. I hope to see it on your social media. I must say your marketing is on another level. Probably takes time as well.
I do everything by myself. It's my own ideas and stuff, and I used to have someone that helped me, but she ain't no longer here. So I think it's like I said, it's the transition period where I'm still just gonna push, but I think I'm getting to the point where I actually I need help if I wanna
elevate yourself,
and grow it.
Oh, but all the best, good luck, man.
Thank you for having me. It's like good to be here.